welcome to the first annual Ball and Chain game. Now your host, Chank Marshmallow the Third Jr.
Welcome to the Park High Ball and Chain game. I am your host, Chank Marshmallow the Third Jr. Can we meet our contestants, please? What is your name?
Emery Lindy from Livingston, Montana.
Kate Lindy, also from Livingston, Montana.
How long have you guys been married?
How long, Reed?
19 years. Going to be
Almost.
19. Going to
Yes.
be 19 years.
Until today.
Happy years.
You guys?
Oh, okay, we're up.
I'm Nathaniel Mussetter.
And I'm Sarah Mosetter. We're from Livingston. And we've been married for almost 15 years.
My name is Daniel McGrath.
I'm Natalie McGrath. We're from Livingston, Montana.
How long have you been married?
Going on 15 years.
Alright, so we got the old folk couple over here.
We've been together.
Happily married.
24 though.
Alright,
You
well,
wouldn't want to rush into anything.
Yeah.
at this point we'll have all our wives go into our secret room in the back. That's pretty soundproof.
Oh
Good
my.
luck.
Alright, in this first round we'll have 3 questions. They'll be worth 5 points each. Answer them to the best of your knowledge and what you think your wife will answer back.
Oh god.
Alright, first question, starting with Mr. Reed Lindy, sorry. Where did you and your wife first meet?
Neptunes.
Mr. McGrath? Oh, Miss Mussetter, sorry.
Where did we first meet? In Bozeman, Montana.
Mr. McGrath?
The parking lot of the Osprey dorm at the Lake Hotel in Yellowstone National Park.
Okay.
That's really specific.
Good
I feel
job.
like that's extra points.
Bozeman.
I mean, I should have said Montana, then I'd definitely be right.
All right. What do you got?
Alright, our second question. Who is the better driver, you or your wife?
Me.
Depends on if I'm in the car or not. She's maybe the better one if I'm not in the car. But we haven't observed that yet, so.
Mr. McGrath?
She definitely is the better driver.
What's the
Alright,
next one?
Our third question, wrapping up our first round, is what wild animal would your partner be?
Oh. Starting with me?
Yes.
She'd be a wild animal. Whatever Winnie the Pooh is, I guess, like a
A honey bear. of
honey bear.
sorts.
It's not a honey bear.
Well, that's what we're going to go with.
It's a
'cause
brown black bear. Like they come out and they're cinnamon. That's
Can
what
we get a
she'd be.
definitive answer, please?
Black bear.
Black bear.
Winnie
Mr. Musset.
the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Specific.
Okay, Mr. Mussetter?
If I have to approximate a real animal, a red panda.
Hmm.
Mr. McGrath?
I think that she's probably gonna say a giraffe.
All right, well, we'll be right back and we'll have your wives come out and see how well you answered, and we'll see you guys asleep on the couch tonight. All right, we're back. We'll start with the Lendys. Mrs. Lendy, where did you and Mr. Lendy first meet?
At the Z Bar in Livingston.
Mr. Lendy, what did you answer? Neptunes. Oh,
Oh,
what
okay.
a bummer.
No,
Oh.
that's what. Well, no, the Z Bar used to be Neptunes. It's like.
No good, no good.
See, you vouched for me, so it's the same location.
0 points in the first round.
Pathetic.
I'd like to dispute that.
Mrs. Mussetter, where did you and Mr. Mussetter meet?
We met in college at Chi Alpha, which is a youth group thing.
No, definitely not.
Mr. Mussetter, what did you answer?
Planet
Bozeman.
Earth. Planet Earth.
0 points.
More vague.
McGrath, Mrs. McGrath, what
Yes.
did you answer? Where did you and Mr. McGrath
Come on,
meet?
somebody's gotta get a point.
Please tell me if I'm too vague, but the answer is Yellowstone National Park at the lake area. Do I need to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
In the hotel, in the dining room, in a parking lot?
Whoa,
What did Mr.
whoa,
McGrath
whoa. That was too specific.
The Lake Hotel.
Osprey.
That's 5 points.
That's 0.
I think
I
this
think
is
we got-
unfair. I think ours were over.
And the
too.
McGraths take the early lead.
All right.
No.
Question number 2. Mrs. Lendy, who is the better driver, you or Mr. Lendy?
This is terrible.
Mr. Lindy.
That is correct.
Oh.
Mrs. Mussetter, who is the better driver?
I'm gonna say Mr. Mussetter because he drives more often, but he's also more stressed out, so maybe me.
Oh,
You?
we can't do that.
What would you
I'm
answer?
thinking out loud
I mean-
to myself.
Whoa.
Mrs. Mussetter, that's 5 points for the
Hey.
Mussetters.
Yes.
Mrs. McGrath,
That's
Yes.
true, I am.
Who's a better
in my
driver?
car.
100% me. He
Yeah.
can't see.
I can see anything.
Mr. McGrath, what did you answer?
Judging by the number of tickets, too.
She is.
That's 5 points for the McGraths. Now our final question of this first round. Miss Lendy, what animal did Mr. Lendy say you would be most like?
Big one. Come on, let's do this.
A big animal? or
No,
a
this
big
is a
question?
big. The points. We're gonna.
A chipmunk.
Mr. Lendy, what did you answer? Winnie the Pooh.
What?
That is 0 points for the
Winnie the
ladies.
Pooh is not a
He's a
black
yellow
bear.
I said a Winnie the Pooh type animal, like
And
black.
also has his
What kind of
Winnie
bear is
Pooh
Winnie?
with the
Oh, he's
P-O-O-H.
got it.
I didn't do it.
There's an
Hey,
H
what
on
kind
there,
of
it's
bear
not-
is Winnie the Pooh?
I'm kind of offended by that. You think
What?
I'm a
He's a
bear?
stuffed animal,
No,
buddy.
you love Winnie the Pooh.
Enough
Do
with
you
the
not?
Lendys. They obviously
She had a
not good at this
shirt,
game.
Yes,
sweatshirt
I
she
do
would
like
wear
Winnie
for
the
math
Pooh.
tests where Pooh is like,
Thank you.
and that was her, what is it called? Pooh's thoughtful spot?
Yes.
You were obsessed with Winnie the Pooh.
But that's not a black bear.
What is Winnie, what is it, a
All
squirrel?
right, let's let them
It's a
move on.
chipmunk.
Lendy,
What's the point?
shush.
It's a chipmunk.
Mrs. Mussetter.
Red panda.
God!
Red panda, that's 5
We
points for the
are about
Mussetters.
way too much.
Oh my god.
Mrs.
We've had the
McGrath.
spirit, we've had the spirit animal discussion.
Yeah, I would say a giraffe.
Ah.
Giraffe is
Oh!
correct.
We're not having the right conversations.
You never discussed your spirit animal?
No!
Exciting.
After the first round, the leaderboard looks like this. In first place, we have Team McGrath. In second place, we have Team Mussetter with 10 points. And in dead last with 5 measly points, we have the Lendys. How pathetic.
Yeah,
We'll do better when I
it's
get
not
to
my
answer.
fault.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break, then we'll be back to ask the wives the questions. The second round, all the points are worth 10, so you have a little chance to catch
Oh
up.
gosh. Oh jeez. I've put a lot
Don't
of trust in
blink,
those
don't
guys.
blink. Come on.
The first question is, what would you say Mr. Lendy's biggest fear is?
Ooh.
I got this.
I don't know. Can you skip me and go to them and I can
Nope.
think about it? No? Well, that's not fair. You're making me go first every time.
Oh,
That's true.
we'll be generous and we'll let you skip this one time. You get one
Okay,
skip.
I have to think about that.
Mrs. Mussetter, what's
People.
People.
Oh, okay. I got it. Now I'm on the right
Mrs.
track.
McGrath, what is Mr. McGrath's biggest fear?
Heights.
Back to you, Mrs. Lendy.
Okay. Bodies of water, specifically rivers.
a bad place to live.
Interesting. All right. Question number 2. Who is more likely to get lost, you or Mr. Lendy?
He'd probably say me. Yeah.
Definitely me.
Definitely him.
Oh, Mr. McGrath's more likely to get lost. Okay, and our third question. Who is your husband's best teacher friend?
You mean like
Like, which
one-
teacher is your husband's best friend?
Ooh. Ooh, Lord. That's kind of a loaded question.
It is. That's
I'm gonna say me.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that's...
Oh.
Mrs. Mussetter, who's Mr. Mussetter's teacher best friend?
given the second question's answer.
Oh.
This is tough.
Oh.
I don't want to do what Miss Lindy did. Let's say Mr. Marsh.
Mr. Marsh.
That is still teaching?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think
It's
I
hard.
think it's a tie. Who would he say? If I don't say Mr. Lendy will feel sad.
That's why I couldn't pick either.
So if I say, I'm gonna pick Mr. Beidle just to put it out there.
There we
Okay,
go.
Mr.
But I'm
Bidle.
not sure about that.
Okay, and this is our bonus question that's worth 25 points. We'll just ask it right now. Who has more X's, you or Mr. Lendy?
Me, definitely.
Mrs. Mussetter.
Me.
Mrs. McGrath?
Me.
Shows how lucky they are to get us,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back with the husbands to see how you guys answered. Okay, we are back. Now, for you husbands who missed this is the second round. All questions are worth 10 points, so the Lendys have a little opportunity to catch
Are
up.
they harder?
They're not harder.
Okay.
They're fairly easy. And we're going to go in reverse order this time. So we're going to start with the McGraths. Mr. McGrath, what is your biggest fear?
Oh, God. I mean, which one?
I might be wrong.
I'm going to say heights.
Miss McGrath answered with heights. That's 10 points for the McGraths. The Mussetters, Mr. Mussetter, what is your biggest fear?
Well, I've got two close ones. I'm gonna go with people.
People was correct.
Holy crap. Oh my god.
I had a really hard time answering this.
Mr. Lendy, what is your biggest fear?
Getting destroyed by a grizzly bear.
Oh, I thought about that too. Sorry.
She answered with,
The other one would be rivers.
Yep, that would be the correct one, but you are not smart enough to answer. So that's 0 points for the Lendys again.
Jesus. This is horrible. Whose idea was this?
Okay, Mr. McGrath,
I know. Okay.
who is more likely to get lost, you or Mrs. McGrath?
More likely to get lost?
Easy.
Are we in the United States or in Europe?
Anywhere in the world.
Knowing what she's going to say, I'm sure she said that I would get lost.
I know
I
you
just
would
gave
get
the
lost.
correct answer.
That is correct.
He got lost in Red Lodge once.
That's because Mr. Vital doesn't know the address to his own home.
He was
But
gonna.
it's like a town of like 2,000
he was
people.
gonna pass out
Oh,
in a.
it's in one of those like developments where every
He
single
was just
house
gonna
looks
fall
exactly
over in
the
a
same.
snowdrift and just
Yeah.
die.
What's your address? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Mussetter, who is more likely to get lost?
She is.
That is correct. 10 points for the Mussetters. Mr. Lendy, who's more likely to get lost, you or Miss Lendy?
She is.
That is
Yeah, I finally
correct.
got it
I didn't
right.
have to
I knew
look
you'd
at it.
say
Hey,
that.
you guys got some points.
Well, it's true.
Round of applause for the Lendys, please.
All of our points are from dissing me. I don't like this.
With our final question of the second round, Mr. McGrath, who is your teacher best friend?
Who is my teacher best friend? Oh. I can just say one.
One teacher's good.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
it's rough.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Lendy.
Miss McGrath answered with
I can't show my answer.
Mr. Beidle.
Oh!
We went back and forth, back and forth.
Yes!
Lendy's gonna get mad at me. Should've just rolled Lendy.
Mr. Mussetter, who is your teacher best
I
friend?
mean, she is.
Oh my
She
god.
answered with, oh, Mr. Mars.
Oh!
That's interesting.
0 points for the
I
Mussetters.
picked
Lendy,
myself.
here is your chance.
Is she gonna
Mr.
say,
Lendy,
That's
who
a good
is your
question.
Is
teacher
she
best
gonna be
friend?
clever and say Mrs. Lendy? Or
Just go with that one. You're gonna look good.
that's true.
Make up for the poop.
My best friend
That's
is
fair.
Mrs. Lendy.
That is correct. The Lendys get 10
I didn't want to have
points.
to pick and make somebody feel bad.
At the end of our second round, the points look like
Oh
this.
man, it's
In the lead is still the McGraths with 35 points.
wager
In
for
second place is Team Mussetter with 30 points. And in last place still is the Lendys with
Came back.
25 points.
Let's come back.
Now,
Bonus
you
round.
should all have probably been wondering what you've been playing for all day long. I mean, it's a very hard game, very stressful. You are playing for a pair of genuine, one-of-a-kind oven mitts. Do with them what you want.
Hand them to me to use when I cook.
Aw.
I didn't say that.
Okay, now our bonus question. We asked the wives these questions.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll start with the Lendys. And this is worth 25 points, by the way. You could come back and win this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Lendy, who has had more exes, you or Mrs. Lendy?
Mrs. Lendy.
She answered with Mrs. Lendy. That's 25 points. The Lendys are in the lead,
Ooh.
but there's still 2 questions left. Mr. Mussetter, who's had more exes?
This is a close one. I think it's 0 to 1,
It is.
but she's had more.
She answered with her.
Dang it.
That is correct. Now, for the win, this question is it all. Mr. McGrath, who has had more exes?
I'm gonna say I have more.
Miss McGrath answered with
Oh, Jesus.
herself. That is
Boy,
0
leapfrog.
points.
Yes!
With the out of nowhere win, the Mussetters take home the Park High Ball and Chain. They win the grand prize of the genuine oven mitts. Very, very special. The 2-cent oven
Want
mitts.
that one?
Our second place finishers were the Lendys.
Oh, look at that.
And our last place finishers with a measly 35 points, the McGraths.
They are really cute. can
We
throw
thank
some
you all
of our
for
roast
participating.
snacks when we were married.
This is going to hopefully get us a good grade. If not, I'm going to blame Mrs. Lendy.
That's fair.
Me?
And we will have you back in a couple of weeks for Jeopardy. Thank you.
From all of us here in the Geyser Studios at Park High School in Livingston, Montana, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Ball and Chain Gang.
Stay classy, Park High. Go.
We couldn't have done this without viewers like you. Tune in next time for
Make sure you
Teacher
cut that out.
Jeopardy.
Cut. That's a wrap. Me. Brrr. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
What am I supposed to say? Welcome to the Ball and Chain League. No, that's couples league. Sorry. Welcome to the Ball and Chain game. No, that was bad too. Is it the Ball and Chain game? I'm not doing all that. Shank Marshmallow. Welcome to the Ball and Chain game. I can't do that. Welcome to the Ball and Chain game. Can't do it. Alright, here we go again. Welcome to the Ball and Chain game. Now your host, Chang Marshall III. I don't know. What are you? I can't do this. is this so complicated? I've got a limited IQ. Chank Marshmallow third, the junior. I don't think I got it. I didn't get it. Chance, I didn't get it. I screwed it up again.
What do you mean?
I didn't say it right.
Oh, go again.